Welcome to Data and Visualization tutorial. In this tutorial, we will cover the following topics. Number 1 is data. We will introduce you to the new world of data. Number 2, user persona. We will introduce you to user persona with an example, and we will look at the definition of data and the value of a data. In number 3, we have data collection list. We are going to use a fashion accessories business to list out data. Number 4, we are looking at Facebook user data leak. We'll be covering some insights about the recent Facebook user data leak. Number 5, we'll be looking at transferable skills. Here we have listed 92 transferable skills and the importance of transferable skills. Number 6 is data visualization. Introduction to data visualization and visualization tools. Number 7 is the importance of data. In this, we will cover the significance of data in the current trend. In number 8, we have data and crude oil. We'll be looking at data and crude oil, which is more valuable today. Number 9, we will break down the definition of visual analytics and the benefits of visual analytics. And at number 10, we will look at the series of actions or steps in order to visualize a data or data set in our data visualization process. The bonus section will cover the following. 1. Business intelligence. In our business intelligence section, we will cover business analytics, data mining, data visualization, data tools, IT infrastructure, the steps in business intelligence process, how to clean data. 2. Virtual Mentoring Academy. We will cover the value of our Virtual Mentoring Academy and the services we offer to candidates. 3. Training Handbook. In this section, we will run you through some of our training handbooks. 4. The Product Mindset. We will introduce you to our in-house course that covers the product mindset, the product vision box, machine learning, user research, and many more. Before I answer this question, what is data? I would like to share a story, but before I do, I want to ask you some questions. Please, do not be in a hurry to answer. Think and ponder before you answer. Do you handle data on a daily or weekly or monthly basis? If you do, what is the list of data you handled? If you do not handle data, then I would ask the reasons you do not. So what is data? I met a fashion entrepreneur. She does magic with fabrics. I have decided for this course to give her a different name with some additional profile. I hope I am not getting you confused. Okay, I am going to create a user persona with some of her credentials. User persona. In user-centered design and marketing, a persona is a fictional character created to represent a user type that might use a website, brand, or similar product. Marketers may use personas and market segmentation, where the quantitative personas are constructed to represent specific segments. Benefits of user persona. 1. Company-wide understanding of who your customers are. 2. Deep understanding of customer behavior and needs. 3. Stop everyone in your company from talking about themselves, their friends and family as the user or users. 4. More effective focus conversations and business meetings. 5. Clearer and better decision making. Focus on user needs and goals. 6. greater empathy with the customer. 7. Enables your design team and project managers to create much better products and services. The most crucial goal of personas is to create understanding and empathy with the end user or users. Meet Timebi, the fashion entrepreneur. Timebi is a 38-year-old female, married with 4 children. She graduated as a business administrator. She ran her own fashion and accessories business in her country before relocating to the United Kingdom in less than a year. She has been unable to set a company in the United Kingdom because of the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown. She decided she wanted remote work, working from home, so she applied through an online recruitment agency for a resourcer role. The recruitment agency got back to Timebi with a job response. She was informed the role is similar to a recruitment resourcer. The position is about sourcing new contacts, so she will need to be investigative and have the confidence to source prospects independently. They asked for her experience using LinkedIn and asked her to include a LinkedIn profile link if she has one. They asked her what her most memorable experience was and if she has experience using a CRM system. Finally, they want to know Timebi's earlier availability to work. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. It is a technology used to manage interactions with customers and potential customers. When people talk about CRM, they refer to CRM software, a tool used for contact management, sales management, productivity, and more. Customer relationship management is a process in which a business or other organization administers its interactions with customers, typically using data analysis to study large amounts of information. Data is the word we are interested in this definition, not CRM. For Timebi to understand how to use CRM, she must understand what data is, how to collect and process data. Timebi used to run her own business, so she managed her customers in a way, maybe without the use of the software or any software. It does not matter if it is a software or a notebook. The principle is the same. I asked if she has used a CRM system before. Her answer was no. Okay. I told her she might have used a CRM system without realizing so. I then asked about her previous job and she told me she was buying and selling fashion and accessories. I asked how she manages her customers, suppliers, clients, etc. She said by calling, texting, Facebook, and Instagram. I followed up on the question, how do you store the numbers? When they place an order, how do you record it? When they want you to deliver their item at a particular time, place, month, etc., how do you record that information, also known as data? Our answer, I got to store in my phone, notebooks, and spreadsheets where I put down customer details. I asked, what do you call the customer details you store on your phone? Maybe notebook or spreadsheet. She answered, it is called data. Data is a collection of facts such as numbers, words, measurements, observations, or just descriptions. Data are units of information, often numeric, that are collected through observation. Data are a set of values of qualitative or quantitative variables about one or more persons or objects in a more technical sense. In contracts, a datum, singular of data, is a single value of a single variable. Now, I want us to dissect Team AB business and gather all the data available for our business. I asked Team AB in terms of our fashion business. I want her to list down all the possible data available, including the one she didn't think at the time to collect. We brainstormed and listed out some of the fantastic data. After a robust brainstorming for a couple of minutes, we came out with a long list of data Team AB should have. Here is the list. 1. Name. Your customer's name is essential to know because people respond so strongly to hearing their name. You will get your customers' full attention and they will tend to listen more closely to your thoughts and ideas. Using a person's name makes them feel important and validated. Strong feelings you want your customer to feel during any interaction. Also, the name of your customer is essentially used for identification purpose. Personalizing your service by establishing a friendly rapport can go such a long way in making customers feel good about their experiences with you. Using their names communicates respect and friendliness and will often endear them to continue to work with you. Number 2, email address. Email is still the most effective way to universally reach people who have expressed interest in your product or website if you're running a business. Email is more effective than social media for customer acquisition. Email is economical and cost effective. In email marketing, you segment your audience into lists and send each list a tailored email message that resonates with your customer or potential customer and can provide them with something of value. Whether you realize it or not, everybody is trained to do something with an email. Delete, flag as junk, reply, forward, click through, sign up, or even straight buying. Think about this. Email is transactional by nature, and you can use it to direct traffic to your website and ultimately drive sales. There is no guesswork in email marketing. When you use any email marketing software, you can track who opened your email, who clicked the links, and how many people unsubscribed. You can quickly get a picture of how your email campaigns perform, make adjustments, and improve your effectiveness. Email marketing metrics are important to remember as you monitor and measure your internet marketing strategy as a whole. Because mobile devices have become so common, people are checking their emails all the time, in line at the bus station, in line to buy breakfast, during their office commute, in the waiting room at the doctor's office, at the grocery store, everywhere. With the growing popularity of social media platforms, some people think that email should be forgotten and pushed to the side. Now, at home address, number 3, home address. It does not matter what kind of business you run. At some point in time, you will have to handle addresses, including customer addresses, vendor addresses, clients' addresses, etc. The address is an essential part of customer identity. Inaccurate address data can result in shipment delivery to the wrong address or incorrectly post-coded correspondence, which might cause customer frustration, miss sales opportunities, damage customer loyalty, and tarnished brand name. Number 4 is phone number. Customer service is vital to your business because it retains customers and extracts more value from them. By providing top-notch customer service, companies recoup customer acquisition costs, cultivate a loyal following that refers customers, serves as case studies, and offer testimonials and reviews. These days, most companies' easy way to collect or ask for your phone number is to prompt you to use your phone number for your online account verification or authentication. That is very smart. You can apply the SMART goal here: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Number 5 is clothes size. This is peculiar to Timebi's fashion business. We're just deriving the data peculiar to Timebi's fashion. It could be applied to other areas. There could be other data that we've not listed that you can list in your own business. So cloth size is important. You don't want to get it wrong. And that brings us to number 6, which is measurements. The same as size, but this could also mean the client's complete measurement, not just length, because she is designing these clothes, with professionals. So she wants the correct measurements of their elbow, shoulder, thigh, arm, etc. So number 7 on the list is employment status. Employment status may not be applicable in your business, but for Timebi, it is essential in her business because she wants to ensure her customers can pay for her service and products on time. She is from an environment where there is no support for small business to claim back money from a customer who breached their agreement. So we're looking at number 8, marital status. It's part of demography. So we'll come back to that later in demography. Number 9 is payment method. Here is a quote by Sir Richard Branson. I quote, "Complexity is your enemy. Any fool can make something complicated. It is hard to make something simple." End of quote. Customers, in any case, have a wide range of options now. So many companies are offering similar products and price points. Will it not make sense to give customers as many options as possible through your company such that they will find it hard to leave? A variety of payment options for customers is one retention method. Number 10 is payment frequency. If they want to pay by installment, it maybe needs to know if they are paying weekly, monthly, etc. Number 11 is periods of order. The period of an order will help you understand the pattern when your customers are purchasing your products. You can give them huge discounts during the period they are not spending as an extra incentive. Order frequency. The frequency will also help you to understand their behavior. Number 13 is average amount spent. Knowledge of their planned average is an opportunity to open more sales, discount offers, etc. You understand their shopping pattern and behavior. So we have referrals. Most people prefer to do business with someone they know or know of. Therefore, getting referrals should be part of your sales strategy. The referrals you obtain might not only get you to the first stage of the sales process, such as securing a meeting, but can be critically important. When someone buys goods or services from your company based on customer referral, they are way more likely to tell others in the industry if they have a positive experience. You can even ask for a testimonial and circulate it on social media, but ask for their permission first. For Timebi, it is faster to grow a business through referral. She usually asks each of her customers to list their friends or network they think will be interested. She then asks her customers to introduce her to the listed potential customers. If any on the list say they are not interested, she asks them to do her a favor. In most cases, they will agree. She asks them for a list of referrals. Number 15, character and attitude. These are the qualities of the customers that make them distinct from other people. For attitude, you want to understand their state of emotions, beliefs, and behaviors towards your business and the products. It could be about their feelings, thoughts, and behavior towards life. 16, method of delivery. If they want it posted, delivered in person, or they prefer to do the pickup themselves, you need to know. Taste and quality or style. Taste is more about their opinion and feeling. Quality is more to do with the customer's honesty, integrity, and courage, self-awareness, and wholeheartedness. The style is more about the customer's behavior, how they communicate and relate. Number 18, relationship with you. Effective customer relationships are essential to any business success. Just like personal relationship, it is necessary to cultivate and nurture customer relationships. When organizations develop strong relationship with their customers, it can lead to loyal clients, positive word of mouth, and increased sales. Timebi could ask for referrals because of the connection she creates with the people she encounters. So number 19 is demography. Demographics are essential to understand how customers search for information and purchase products and services online. Being able to measure such characteristics allows you to identify the number of people to potentially target your products or services. The 5 main different segments for demography are age, gender, occupation, cultural background, and family status. Tribe or culture, number 20. Culture is the ideas, customs, and social behavior of a particular people or society. There is enormous data hidden in a culture that can be used in business intelligence. A tribe is a group of people of the same kind or who have the same occupation or interest. So we are not talking about race. We're not talking about race in this particular case. I hope this makes sense when grouping your data. We have data visualization at the back of our mind as we collect the data of customers. Color preferences. You are creating different options for the customers. Timebi's business model relies on color choices. On eBay or Amazon, a listing with varying options of color attracts more sales. The same applies to a listing with different size options. 22. Gender. Remember, gender is part of demographic. I decided to list them separate here so that we don't just group them and you forget about them when you say demography. You're not kind of giving attention to everything that should be listed under demography. Okay, so during data visualization, gender can play a significant role and give more insights. Age also is been listed under demography, is part of demography. Okay, so age is as equally crucial as gender. They both give valuable data in the visualization state. When we get to that, we'll talk more about it. Average quantity ordered. You want to understand the behavior of the customer and see if there is a pattern. So number 25, we have type of customer. Are they old customers? Are they new customers? Are they returning customers? This will enable you to know the customers that reorder. You can research the customers that are not returning to improve your service by providing extra incentive. You can even get engaged with them, call them, find out what is going, and you can get lots of information that will enable you, to kind of tweak your business, address certain things in your business. Profession. Their profession can give you, remember when we talk about tribe, remember we did talk about tribe, yeah? Their profession can give you an insight into how best you can be of service to your customers. Religion. The constant change in society brings religious belief into play here. It tends to influence what a customer purchases and the seasons of the year they spend more. So what you see what we're doing, trying to get the behavior. Superstition. This basically applied in the area maybe was doing business in, so we had to factor it. Superstitions are surrounding particular cultures. You don't want to lose a customer because you did something suspicious to them. You want to connect with your customers at all possible level. Political opinion, number 29. Okay, this is very sensitive, but it's what is in vogue at this present moment. Our society is undergoing a profound change as all aspects of life increasingly converge with political views into a single set of overlapping motivations. No longer are people's political lives separate from their personal or commercial actions, if they ever were. Now, political views are shaping how people live, shop, and do business. It shows in the increased demand for corporations to advocate for social values and respond to political events. Today, party affiliation is no longer an optional extra to understand a brand's strengths and weaknesses. It is necessary. Alright, so this will bring us to the end of the data we pulled out, but we can still pull out more data listing, into maybe business if we look into more areas, like if you want to expand in certain areas. So now you've got the idea of data. Fact: the personal information associated with over 533 million Facebook users was made public on a hacking forum on April 3, 2021. User data appears to have been scrapped in 2019 by malicious actors exploiting a vulnerability in the platform. A threat actor or malicious actor is a person or entity responsible for an event or incident that impacts or has the potential to impact the safety or security of another entity. What type of users' data was leaked online? Information from 553 million Facebook users leaked includes account creation data, date of birth, email address, Facebook ID, Facebook bio, full name, location data, marriage details, phone number, past location, and relationship data. In a nutshell, the database of stolen data includes the following. Users' data was stolen from 106 countries. In which 35 million users' data was stolen from Italy. 32 million users' data was stolen from the United States of America. 19.8 million users' data was stolen from France. 11 million users' data was stolen from the United Kingdom. And nearly 10 million users' data was stolen from Russia. Liz Bourgeois is the Facebook Director of Strategic Response Communications. She said in a tweet, "This is old data that was previously reported on in 2019. We found and fixed this issue in August 2019. Here is a note of caution. A common misconception among the digital community is that older exposed or stolen data has an expiration date and does not cause any future security risks. However, users shouldn't bet on it. The Ashley Madison data breach is a good example. Information of millions of users was stolen and posted online by threat actors in 2015. In 2020, customers who had already endured the fallout from the breach were targeted once again in new blackmail campaign. Data breaches and leaks can have long-term consequences for victims. Once personal data is out there, it can be used to impersonate or scam users over and over. Threat actors know that users recycle and reuse personal information on online platforms. Even if you have already been a victim or target, it doesn't spare you from becoming one again. Facebook data leak may not be the first incident in the social media's giant security incident history, but it's definitely one that users should care about. Since this data is now publicly available and free, it's reasonable to assume the worst-case scenario. This additional breach of user privacy, even if it does not include highly sensitive details, opens new and rewarding possibilities for scammers. If users can't rely on companies to keep their data safe, it might be time to reassess online behaviors by limiting the information shared with social media platforms. Malicious actors can exploit this information to deploy targeted social engineering attacks. If you have not changed the phone number linked to your Facebook account since 2019, watch out for unsolicited phone calls or text messages asking for personal identifiable information. You need to understand that social media platforms do not provide bulletproof security. Whatever you share and provide on your profile can be used to single you out from millions of other users. By pairing the leaked data with publicly exposed information, cyber criminals can deploy phishing schemes that can lead to account takeover, identity theft, and fraud. Back in 2017, The Economics published a story titled, "The World's Most Valuable Resource is No Longer Oil, but Data." Since its publication, the topic has generated a great deal of discussion, and data is the new oil has become a common refrain. Without context, data is useless, and any visualization you create with it will also be useless. There is a very significant piece of data you have refused to pay attention to: your transferable skills. This brings me to one important skill: transferable skills. Transferable skills allow you to show that you can do the job even if you are not the perfect match for the job description. Therefore, the more relevant skills you have, the more likely you will land the job. Transferable skills can highlight your potential to be an asset to a company. Yet, candidates shy away from revealing their transferable skills. A transferable skill is an ability or expertise that may be used in various roles or occupations. Due to the significance of transferable skills, I have listed 92 types of transferable skills. I will elaborate on a few. You can pause the video to go through the long list. Adaptability. Adaptability is a soft skill that means rapidly learning new skills and behaviors in response to changing circumstances. Employers usually look for adaptability when hiring new staff, and the skill is often included in job descriptions because of its importance for growth within a role. Adaptability is the quality of being able to adjust to new conditions. Adaptability is the capacity to be modified for further use or purpose. Over the past couple of decades, there has been increased recognition of the softer leadership skills required to lead successfully. But our research and experience show that many leadership failures arise from an inability to adapt and let go of old behaviors. Whilst it is essential to use our past experiences of change to inform how we might tackle the next unexpected challenge, being adaptable is about remaining open and flexible in our approach, accepting that we may succeed or fail along the way. In a world that will continue to throw new and novel situations for leaders to navigate, the need for adaptability in the workplace to learn and unlearn is critical to future success. With adaptability, you will embrace challenges better, you will become a better leader, and you will always be relevant. I am not going to elaborate on everything, like I said. It's a very long list, so just go through the list. Pay attention to communication. I'm going to touch points here on decision making with others. By involving others in the decision making process, you create an opportunity for colleagues to share ideas, learn from each other, and work together towards a common goal. In turn, you foster collaboration and help break down organizational silos. You could even point out initiatives that overlap within the company, solving the organization's resources and employees' duplication of work. It is another form of teamwork, but they are not working to achieve the common goal. They are collaborating to create the goal with you. They are involved in the process from start to finish. Alright, here I've listed from 25 to 30. Let's look at number 35, empathy. One of the most needed and talked about topics and skills right now is empathy. Why? Because we are all longing for connection. People are hungry to be understood, and empathy has become a lost art. The power of empathy is at the core of emotional intelligence and relationship mastery. It faithfully delivers the ability to connect with people we love and care about, and even handle those difficult people in our lives gracefully. Empathy allows you to show yourself self-compassion and resolve inner conflict. It clears internal static and sharpens clarity of what you want. Calm and transform automatic negative self-talk. It relinquishes judgment of self and others. Create a spacious sense of well-being. It connects you with others in a real and authentic way. Diffuse yours and another's emotions effectively in a short order. Dramatically increase understanding in all relationships. Redirect anger and other strong emotions effectively. Widen your influence and impact on all teams and in all relationships. Constructs a kind and firm opening for setting healthy boundaries. And creating a lifelong habit of cognitive and compassionate empathy will eliminate any arguments and misunderstandings. And take note of the transferable skills. Okay, let's look at number 43, gathering information. Gathering information describes the process of acquiring knowledge. Gathering information does not even require new information, as sometimes one learns simply by looking through old data from a different perspective or with a new approach. The purpose of information gathering is to support the planning of your organization's work to become more fully inclusive. It is essential to look at available facts, objective information including demographics and best practices. I am interested in number 51, listening. Listening is the ability to accurately receive and interpret messages in the communication process. Listening is key to all effective communication. Without the ability to listen effectively, messages are easily misunderstood. If there are one communication skills you should aim to master, then it is listening. There are 5 fundamental techniques you can use to develop your active listening skills. 1. Pay attention. 2. Show that you are listening. 3. Provide feedback. 4. Defer judgment. And 5. Respond appropriately. They are all very important transferable skills, but takes very special note of managing conflict. Okay, let's look at number 64, organization. Organizational skills are the abilities that let you stay focused on different tasks and use your time, energy, strength, mental capacity, physical space, etc. effectively and efficiently to achieve the desired outcome. The organization involves planning out projects, tasks, and goals, allocating time and resources, and establishing a productive workspace. This skill is essential when you must coordinate a team and distribute tasks to achieve goals, improve your own productivity and efficiency, or determine the best way to make your everyday work. On this list, 3 stands out: problem solving, project management, promoting change. Take note. It takes teamwork, number 73, to provide support for others. Self-control. Pay attention to this as well. I wouldn't want to shy away from number 84, solving problems, because I believe everybody is a problem solver in one way or form. You deal with personal issues and resolve these problems, either for you, your friends, your colleagues, or your family. These are the set of transferable skills you can apply in your work. Problem solving is all about using logic and imagination to make sense of a situation and come up with an intelligent solution. In fact, the best problem solvers actively anticipate potential future problems and act to prevent them or to mitigate their effects. Problem-solving abilities are connected to several other skills, including analytical skills, innovative and creative thinking, a lateral mindset, adaptability and flexibility, level-headedness, initiative, resilience, teamworking, and influencing skills. Finally, on this list, pay attention to number 88, teamwork, and number 90, time management. Why employers seek transferable skills? Employers know that workers with transferable skills have an extensive skill set they can tap into when needed. For example, someone with analytical skills can likely examine a problem from all sides and help break down the options for solving it. Employers also seek transferable skills in their staff because, in general, employees with transferable skills have the tools that help them go beyond their job description. A customer service representative usually has good problem-solving skills. However, a customer service representative may do more with that transferable skill than solve problems for customers. They may also notice inefficiencies in how the team is assigned incoming calls and recommend a more efficient solution, saving the employer time and money. Why are transferable skills important to you? As crucial as transferable skills are to the employers, they are equally important to you and play a pivotal role in helping you grow your career. Taking your existing transferable skills and applying them to new challenges demonstrates to the employers that you are adaptable and versatile, which are also transferable skills. The ability to transition from one role to another using these skills shows that you are flexible in an ever-changing world. Many job descriptions list a series of skills the company wants from applicants. You may not necessarily have all of the required skills, but your transferable skills may be similar to the desired skills, giving you a better shot at getting the job, even if you don't seem to be a perfect fit. Significantly, if you are changing careers, transferable skills play an essential role in helping you make that switch. When you are shifting from one career field to a very different one, say advertising, account manager to preschool teacher, calling attention to your transferable skills helps demonstrate how, for example, the project management skills you use to create a winning ad campaign will help you design exciting and engaging lessons plans. Use your transferable skills to grow your career. Perhaps the most critical aspect of transferable skill is that they are yours to keep. No matter where your career takes you or where you take your career, the transferable skills you develop will always be there for you, helping you adapt, change, and grow professionally. Transferable skills are a way for you to show that you can do the job, even if you are not the perfect match of the job description. Therefore, the more relevant skills that you have, the more likely you will be to land the job. Transferable skills can highlight your potential to be an asset to a company. Data visualization represents a series of data or information in the form of a chart, diagram, picture, and many more to provide an accessible way to see and understand trends, outliers, and patterns in data. Data visualization is a graphical representation of information and data. Using visual elements like charts, graphs, and maps, data visualization tools provide an accessible way to see and understand trends, outliers, and data patterns. Data visualization represents data or information in a graph, chart, or another visual format. It communicates the relationships of the data with images. This is important because it allows trends and patterns to be more easily seen. With the rise of big data upon us, we need to interpret increasingly larger batches of data. Machine learning makes it easier to conduct analysis such as predictive analysis, which can then serve as helpful visualizations to present. But data visualization is essential for data scientists and data analysts. It is necessary to understand data visualization in any career. Whether you work in finance, marketing, tech, design, or anything else, you need to visualize data. That fact showcases the importance of data visualization. Data visualization means representing your data in a picture form. It may be in the form of a graph, bar diagrams, or different kind of charts. Data visualization is used to communicate information clearly and efficiently to users using information graphics such as tables and charts. It helps users in analyzing a large amount of data more straightforwardly. It makes complex data more accessible, understandable, and usable. Tips to follow while representing data visually. Number all diagrams. Label all diagrams. Ensure that units of measurement on axes are clearly labeled. Place any explanatory information in footnotes below the visual. Check layouts to ensure maximum clarity. Here are some pros and cons to presenting data visually. Pros of data visualization. It can be accessed quickly by a wider audience. It conveys a lot of information in a small space. It makes your report more visually appealing. Cons of data visualization. It can misrepresent information if a false visual representation is made. It can be distracting if the visual data is distorted or excessively used. Why is data important? Data is essential for businesses because it helps a company expose variability and optimize its operations for the highest quality results. By examining large amounts of data, it is possible to uncover hidden patterns and correlations. These patterns can create competitive advantage and result in business benefits like more effective marketing and increased revenue. Data visualization gives us a clear idea of what the information means by giving it visual contents through maps or graphs. This makes data more natural for the human mind to comprehend, making it easier to identify trends, patterns, and outliers within a large data set. Is data more important than crude oil? However, in today's data economy, it can be argued that data, due to the insight and knowledge that can be extracted from it, is potentially more valuable. Like oil, raw data's value comes from its potential to be refined into an essential commodity. Data is more critical than crude oil because the insight from the data gathering regarding the crude oil helps apply the sales cost of production and maintenance of the crude oil. The effective administration of a natural oil product requires business intelligence from data analysis. Why we need data visualization? We need data visualization because a visual summary of information makes it easier to identify patterns and trends than looking through thousands of rows on a spreadsheet. It is the way the human brain works. Since data analysis aims to gain insights, data is much more valuable when it's visualized. Even if a data analyst can pull insights from data without visualization, it will be more challenging to communicate the meaning without visualization. Charts and graphs make communicating data findings easier, even if you can identify the patterns without them. How is data visualization used? Data visualization has many uses. Each type of data visualization can be used in different ways. We will get into the different types in a moment, but for now, here are some of the most common ways data visualization is used. Changes over time. This is perhaps the most basic and everyday use of data visualization, but that doesn't mean it's not valuable. The reason it is the most common is that most data has an element of time involved. Therefore, the first step in a lot of data analysis is to see how the data trends over time. Determining frequency. Frequency is also a relatively primary use of data visualization because it also applies to data that involves time. If time is consigned, it is logical that you should determine how often the relevant events happen over time. Determining relationships, that is correlations. Identifying correlations is a valuable use of data visualization. It is challenging to determine the relationship between two variables without a visualization, yet it is essential to be aware of data relationships. This is an excellent example of the value of data visualization in data analysis. Now that we understand how to use data visualization, we will apply the different data visualization types to their uses. There are numerous tools available to help create data visualizations. Some are more manual and some are automated, but either way, they should allow you to make any of the following types of visualizations. A line chart illustrates changes over time. The x-axis is usually a period, while the y-axis is quantity. This could demonstrate a company's sales for the year, broken down by month or how many units a factory produced each day for the past week. An area chart is an adaptation of a line chart, where the area under the line is filled in to emphasize its significance. The color fill for the area under each line should be somewhat transparent so that overlapping areas can be discerned. A bar chart also illustrates changes over time. But if there is more than one variable, a bar chart can make it easier to compare each variable's data at each moment in time. For example, a bar chart could compare the company's sales from this year to last year. A histogram looks like a bar chart, but measures frequency rather than trends over time. The x-axis of a histogram lists the means of intervals of the variable, and the y-axis is frequency. So each bar represents the frequency of that bean. For example, you could measure the frequencies of each answer to a survey question. The beans will be the answer: unsatisfactory, neutral, and satisfactory. This will tell you how many people gave each answer. Scatter plots are used to find correlations. Each point on a scatter plot means when x equals to this, then y equals to this. That way, if the points trend a certain way, upward to the left, downward to the right, etc., there is a relationship between them. If the plot is genuinely scattered with no trend, then the variables do not affect each other. A bubble chart is an adaptation of a scatter plot, where each point is illustrated as a bubble whose area has meaning in addition to its placement on the axis. A pain point associated with bubble chart is the limitations on bubbles sizes due to the axis limited space. So not all data will fit effectively in this type of visualization. A pie chart is the best option for illustrating percentages because it shows each element as part of a whole. So if your data explains a breakdown in percentages, a pie chart will present the pieces in the proper proportions. A gauge can be used to illustrate the distance between intervals. This can be presented as a round clock-like gauge or a tube-type gauge resembling a liquid thermometer. Multiple gauges can be shown next to each other to illustrate the difference between numerous intervals. Much of the data dealt with in businesses has a location element, making it easy to illustrate on a map. An example of a map visualization is mapping the number of purchases customers made in each county in the United Kingdom. In this example, each county will be shaded in, and areas with fewer purchases will be a lighter shade, while counties with more purchases will be darker shades. Location information can also help business leaders understand, making data visualization essential to use. A heat map is a data visualization technique that shows the magnitude of a phenomenon as color in 2 dimensions. The color variation may be by hue or intensity, giving obvious visual cues to the reader about how the phenomenon is clustered or varies over space. Frame diagrams are tree maps that clearly show the relationship structure in hierarchy. A frame diagram consists of branches, each with more branches connecting to them, with each level of the diagram consisting of more and more branches. This brings us now to visual analytics. Visual analytics is a multidisciplinary field in which interactive visual interfaces are used to support analytical reasoning. Visual analytics is essentially the marriage of data analytics and visualizations. Information visualization, scientific visualization, computational transformation, and analytical and visualization tools work together to create an interface that amplifies human cognitive capabilities. Data analytics. The term data analytics refers to the process of examining data sets to draw conclusions about the information they contain. Data analytic techniques enable you to take raw data and uncover patterns to extract valuable insights from it. Data visualization. Data visualization refers to the techniques used to communicate data or information by encoding it, as visual objects contained in graphics. The goal is to communicate information clearly and efficiently to users. Information visualization. Information visualization is the process of representing data in a visual and meaningful way so that a user can better understand it. Dashboards and scatter plots are common examples of information visualization. Scientific visualization, sometimes referred to in shorthand as CIVs, is the representation of data graphically as a means of gaining understanding and insight into the data. It is sometimes referred to as visual data analysis. This allows the researcher to gain insight into the system that is studied in ways previously impossible. What is not important to differentiate between scientific visualization and presentation graphics. Presentation graphic is primarily concerned with the communication of information and results in ways that are easily understood. In scientific visualization, we seek to understand the data. However, often the two methods are intertwined. From a computing perspective, CIVs is part of a greater field called visualization. This involves research in computer graphics, image processing, high-performance computing, and other areas. The same tools are used for CIVs may be applied to animation or multimedia presentation. Computational thinking. Before computers can be used to solve a problem, the problem itself and the ways in which it could be resolved must be understood. Computational thinking techniques help with these tasks. Computational thinking allows us to take a complex problem, understand what the problem is, and develop possible solutions. We can then present these solutions in a way that a computer, a human, or both can understand. There are 4 techniques or cornerstones to computational thinking. Decomposition. Breaking down a complex problem or system into smaller, more manageable parts. Pattern recognition. Looking for similarities among and within problems. Abstraction. Focusing on the important information only, ignoring irrelevant details. Algorithms. Developing a step-by-step solution to the problem or the rules to follow to solve the problem. Each cornerstone is as important as the others. They are like legs on a table. If one leg is missing, the table will probably collapse. Correctly applying all 4 techniques will help when programming a computer. Still on visual analytics, we are now looking at analytical tools. Analytical tools are great for measuring, analyzing, and tracking your performance. Analytical tools help you make sense of your data. There are so many analytical tools out there to choose from. So when deciding on a tool, it's important that you understand what kind of tool you need and why. What is it used for? What do you want to use it to measure? Or what do you want to achieve with it? I recommend that you look at the best analytical tools for your industry, as the term analytical tool is extremely broad. Visualization tools. Data visualization tools are used by data analysts for problem solving. It is a technique used to represent your raw data in a graphical format for better understanding that works in the process of decision making. The human cognitive capabilities. Cognition has to do with how a person understands the world and acts in it. It is the set of mental abilities or processes that are part of nearly every human action while we are awake. Cognitive abilities are brain-based skills we need to carry out any task, from the simplest to the most complex. They have more to do with the mechanisms of how we learn, remember, problem solve, and pay attention, rather than with any actual knowledge. For instance, answering the telephone call involves perception, which is hearing the ringtone. Decision taking, that is answering or not answering. Motor skill, that is lifting the receiver. Language skills, that is talking and understanding language. Social skills, that is interpreting tone of voice and interacting properly with another human being. Cognitive abilities or skills are supported by specific neuronal networks. For instance, memory skills rely mainly on parts of the temporal lobes and parts of the frontal lobes behind the forehead. People with traumatic brain injuries can experience lower cognitive ability linked to compromised neuronal regions and networks, which is why neurorehabilitation is so important. Cognitive abilities are brain functions. Here are the functions. Perception, recognition and interpretation of sensory stimuli, smell, touch, hearing, etc. Attention, ability to sustain concentration on a particular object, action, or thought, and ability to manage competing demands in our environment. Memory. Short-term memory is generally considered to be your day-to-day memory, also known as working memory. It is where you keep information while you are using it and until you either discard it or transfer it to your long-term memory. Long-term memory is related to what you did in the past, sometimes going back years, but some of what is stored in your long-term memory may relate to more recent events. It is probably better considered a place where your brain stores information that it wants to keep. Motor skills. Ability to mobilize our muscles and bodies, and ability to manipulate objects. Language skills. Skills allowing us to translate sounds into words and generate verbal output. Visual and spatial processing. Ability to process incoming visual stimuli, to understand spatial relationship between objects, and to visualize images and scenarios. Executive functions. Abilities that enable goal-oriented behavior, such as the ability to plan and execute. Here are some of the benefits of visual analytics. Better decision making. Visual analytics can help you draw actionable insights from massive amounts of data in a short amount of time. Visual analytics simplifies the information, reducing the need to fill the gaps with your personal biases. A decision is just words until it is carried out through people's actions. After you decide, you must effectively communicate your thoughts with the people who will carry out the subsequent steps. In the same way that visual analytics simplifies data analysis, it can also streamline and objectify communication. Visual analytics speeds up decision making. Better sense of risks. Visual analytics exposes information in a new light. Information comes to life with graphics, making relevant data difficult to overlook. Visual analytics clarifies complex concepts. It shows you a clear picture. It gives you an insight into the level of risks associated with the event. Now you have a decision to make with all the insight in front of you. Better customer relationship. Visualization gives you insight into customer behavior. You can then improve customer satisfaction through the insight received from the data. The goal of data-driven marketing is to personalize and enhance customer experience. And this is only possible by extracting valuable insights from the data. Better key strategic initiative. Strategic initiatives are the means through which an organization translates its goals and visions into practice. Such initiatives are typically aligned with a company's top strategic priority, and so the pressure to execute them well is often remarkably high. Visual analytics give you the insight to decide what will translate your goals and visions into practice. Better financial performance. Visual analytics can be applied to financial analysis in various ways, such as developing company goals and objectives, creating financial policy, evaluating economic trends, and more. Visual analytics can give CEOs, financial managers, accounting staff, and even purchasing managers the reliable information they need to make critical decisions. Data visualization process. 1. Acquire. Obtain the data, whether from a file, on a disk, or a source over a network. 2. Parse. Provide some structure for the data's meaning and order it into categories. Number 3. Filter. Remove all but the data of interest. Number 4. Mine. Apply methods from statistics or data mining to discern patterns or place the data in a mathematical context. Number 5. Represent. Choose a basic visual model such as a bar, graph, list, or tree. Number 6. Refine. Improve the basic representation to make it clearer and more visually engaging. Number 7. Interact. Add methods for manipulating the data or controlling what features are visible. The top 5 data visualization softwares in the market. On our list, number 1 is Tableau. Tableau is among the master software of data visualization. Being a simple tool, it has more than 57,000 customer base. Number 2 is QuickView. QuickView was designed to be innovative. Number 3 on our list is Chartblocks. Chartblock is an easy online tool that does not require any coding. The next on the list is Power BI, owned by Microsoft. Power BI is the software solution developed by Microsoft, which can provide business intelligence and analytical needs. And finally, we have RawGraph. Raw mentions on its own page of being the missing link between spreadsheet and vector graphics. Welcome to the bonus section. Welcome to Business Intelligence. Business intelligence, known as BI, combines business analytics, data mining, data visualization, data tools and infrastructure, and best practices to help organizations make more data-driven decisions. In practice, you know you've got modern business intelligence when you have a comprehensive view of your organization's data and use that data to drive change, eliminate inefficiencies, and quickly adapt to market or supply changes. Business analytics uses quantitative methods to derive meaning from data to make informed business decisions. There are 3 primary methods of business analysis. 1. Descriptive. The interpretation of historical data to identify trends and patterns. 2. Predictive. The use of statistics to forecast future outcomes. And 3. Prescriptive. The application of testing and other techniques to determine which outcome will yield the best result in each scenario. Deciding which method to employ is dependent on the business situation at hand. Data mining is the process of finding anomalies, patterns, and correlations with large data sets to predict outcomes. Using a broad range of techniques, you can use this information to increase revenues, cut costs, improve customer relationships, reduce risks, and more. Data visualization is the graphical representation of information and data. Using visual elements like charts, graphs, and maps, data visualization tools provide an accessible way to see and understand trends, outliers, and data patterns. Data collection and analysis tools are defined as a series of charts, maps, and diagrams designed to collect, interpret, and present data for a wide range of applications and industries. The term IT infrastructure refers to all of the components and elements that support management and access functions for data and information along with other services. The entire business intelligence process can be broadly divided across 4 stages. 1. Identifying various data sources. Identify your business need. You must determine what insight you are trying to discover before the data can be structured for analysis. You need to identify all of these sources of information. Identify your data types. You can determine the best method to use for inputting by data type. 2. Collecting data from various sources. There are several ways data can be collected. The most commonly used methods are questionnaires and surveys, observations, documents and records, focus groups, oral histories, published literature sources, surveys through emails and mail, interviews through telephone, face-to-face or focus group, observations, documents and records, and experiments. Number 3. Data staging and cleaning. A staging area or landing zone is an intermediate storage area used for data processing during the extract, transform, and load process. The data staging area sits between the data source and the data target, often data warehouses, data marts, or other data repositories. Data cleaning is the process of fixing or removing incorrect, corrupted, incorrectly formatted, duplicate, or incomplete data within a data set. When combining multiple data sources, there are many opportunities for data to be duplicated or mislabeled. Number 4. Data visualizing, dashboarding, and reporting. You can clean your data using the following steps. Step number 1. Remove duplicate or irrelevant observations. Remove unwanted observations from your data set, including duplicate observations or irrelevant observations. Duplicate observations will happen most often during data collection. When you combine data sets from multiple places or receive data from clients or multiple departments, there are opportunities to create duplicate data. Deduplication is one of the largest areas to be considered in this process. Irrelevant observations are when you notice observations that do not fit into the specific problem you are trying to analyze. For example, if you want to analyze data regarding millennial customers, but your data set includes older generations, you might remove these irrelevant observations. This can make analysis more efficient and minimize distraction from your primary target, as well as creating a more manageable and more performant data set. Step number 2. Fix structural errors. Structural errors are when you measure or transfer data and notice strange naming conventions, typos, or incorrect capitalization. These inconsistencies can cause mislabeled categories or classes. Step number 3. Filter unwanted outliers. Often, there will be one-off observations where briefly they do not appear to fit within the data you are analyzing. If you have a legitimate reason to remove an outlier, like improper data entry, doing so will help the performance of the data you are working with. However, sometimes it is the appearance of an outlier that will prove a theory you are working on. Remember, just because an outlier exists doesn't mean it is incorrect. This step is needed to determine the validity of that number. If an outlier proves to be irrelevant for analysis or is a mistake, consider removing it. Step number 4. Handle missing data. You can't ignore missing data because many algorithms will not accept missing values. There are a couple of ways to deal with missing data. Neither is optimal, but both can be considered. As first option, you can drop observations that have missing values. For doing this, we drop or lose information, so be mindful of this before you remove it. As a second option, you can impute missing values based on other observations. Again, there is an opportunity to lose integrity of the data because you may be operating from assumptions and not actual observations. As a third option, you might alter the way the data is used to effectively navigate null values. And finally, number 5. Step number 5 is validate and QA. Step number 5. Validate and question and answer. At the end of the data cleaning process, you should be able to answer these questions as part of basic validation. Question number 1. Does the data make sense? Question number 2. Does the data follow the appropriate rules for its field? Question number 3. Does it prove or disprove your working theory or bring any insight to light? Question number 4. Can you find trends in the data to help you form your next theory? Question number 5. If not, is that because of a data quality issue? False conclusions because of incorrect or dirty data can inform poor business strategy and decision making. False conclusions can lead to an embarrassing moment in a reporting meeting when you realize your data doesn't stand up to scrutiny. Before you get there, it is important to create a culture of quality data in your organization. To do this, you should document the tools you might use to create this culture and what data quality means to you. You are welcome to Robust Digital Expert. Robust Digital Expert is a digital cafeteria for developing digital skills. At Robust Digital Expert, we eat, drink, and digest all things digital. You don't need to be a guru to enroll today. Whether you are a beginner or want a refresher of your digital skills, this is the one place for anyone who wants to develop their digital skills.
I'm Olivia. I was a digital solutions architect 7 years ago. I left to look after my young children. I need to get ready for work in 9 months. Digital solution architect roles are now hybrid roles on job sites. They require me to have knowledge and experience in agile projects, stakeholder management, project management, product and program management, and to be the lead solution architect, delivering reviews and assurance throughout the development cycle.
I'm Sophia. I've worked for 20 years in the public sector as a human resource manager. My organisation is going digital. They've created a robust digital department. While my department is facing redundancy, the digital department needs more staffs. I have the skill set to become a digital business analyst. Since I work 9 a.m. to 5 p.m, I can't find a convenient time for my training.
I am Thomas, and I have been a project manager in a construction company for 10 years. I applied for a project management role in a software development company, but they need Scrum Masters or Scrum Product Owners. My skill sets indicate I can become a servant leader as a Scrum Master or lead as a Scrum Product Owner. I need to find an online training academy because I want to study at home. I can't handle commuting due to my tight work schedules and engagements. Robust Digital Expert understands how difficult it is to get all your training skills in one package. We have included the most sought after and desirable courses in our hybrid fast-track training webinar. These courses cover critical skills that are essential to succeeding in today's digital job market. Our digital hybrid fast-track course includes all the following courses in our package deal: Business Analyst, Project Manager, Scrum Master, Scrum Product Owner, Product Manager, Program Manager, Digital Marketer, Big Data Analysis, DevOps Engineer. Our online webinars come with flexible options in terms of timing. You're free to attend in the morning, evening, and even on weekends. We will work with you to develop confidence and become a digital professional with valuable expertise in implementing hands-on working processes. Visit www.robustdigitalexpert.com and book a place today.
Our Visual Mentoring Academy offers candidates 9 months of an intensive program that comes with mentoring, collaborative learning, hands-on training, students training handbook, live workshops, live product and project management, remote workspace, visual work experience, internship, CV optimization, interview preparation. We use current and most recent industry standard tools. Visit our landing page at https://robustdigital.expert/mentoring.php for detailed information. We also provide student handbook for all our courses. So you have the Robust Digital Business Requirement Analysis, which is also a business analyst handbook. We have the Process Management Handbook. So I'll be introducing you to our requirement and product stroke project planning workshop. The handbook covers the following stages of project planning. Stage 1, initiation. Stage 2, planning with planning softwares and tools. Stage 3, executing in project management. Stage 4, monitoring and controlling. And Stage 5, closing the project, including the different project reports. And that brings you now to the Eagle Eye, Discover Your Digital Career Path. Now, the Eagle Eye is a career path handbook that opens you up to the world of digital transformation with all the available possibilities to enhance your skills and earn more money. The handbook introduces you to the microscopic and telescopic eyes of the eagle, then encourages you to know your brand as an individual. You are in the marketplace in search for a job, and other applicants are your competitors. You must be outstanding to be selected. We went further to discuss your career path to a new career, how to improve your career prospects. Then we came home to look at the future of digital jobs, how to discover and grow your digital career. We elaborated on digital transformation. Then we dived into the following job categories and listed some of the roles that came out of those categories and the expected salaries in the United Kingdom, either as a contract staff or a permanent staff. Now we looked at business analyst and we came out with 53 career roles in business analyst. We looked into project management. We came out with 53 career roles in project management. We looked into Scrum and Agile roles, and we came out with 39 roles, career roles in Scrum and Agile roles. And we looked into digital marketing roles, and we came out with 41 career roles, 41 different job titles. When I talk about roles, different job titles in digital marketing. All right, we are starting here with Microsoft Teams Remote Collaboration Workspace Handbook. Microsoft Teams, also referred to as simply Teams, is a unified communication and collaboration platform that combines persistent workplace chat, video meetings, file storage, and application integration. Teams became very popular during the lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We covered every aspect of how to become a beginner to an expert. The next year is Master Your Requirement Gathering Handbook. Requirement gathering and analysis is the first and the most essential stage of the software development lifecycle, SDLC. We covered both functional and non-functional requirement gathering in this handbook. Then the project planning and estimation activity workshop. We covered project planning and estimation, budget planning, and many more. Then we have the digital marketing. We covered ground in digital marketing and how to carry out a competitive analysis. That is a very interesting topic. So you have the Google search expert. The Google Search Expert enables you to become a Google Search Guru. Then you will have the DevOps, where we covered DevOps overview, test automation, Git, vision control, Jenkins, Selenium, and many more. And now we have the business process management. In the business process management, we looked at the business process management fundamentals, all the way down to the design phase. All our masterclass series are future products. We found out that the project team struggled with project processes. We observed both old and new candidates, even highly skilled professionals in the trade for decades, because they all assume they know already, miss out on a lot of valuable points. The only way is to coach and mentor candidates to go through the entire business analysis process. The business analysis masterclass covers 4 different modules. In module 1, we have the business analysis fundamentals. In module 2, we have the business analysis practitioner. In module 3, we have the requirement engineering. And in module 4, we have benefits management and business acceptance. The project management masterclass has 4 modules, but at the moment, we've only prepared materials for module 1. And in module 1, we have book 1, which is project fundamentals. Book 2 is project management qualifications, and book 3 is project professional qualification. In module 2, we have the Agile PM foundation and practitioner. In module 3, we have Prince 2 Agile foundation and practitioner. And in module 4, we have P3 M3 maturity model. All right, welcome to our Tableau Data Visualization Expert Training Handbook. Tableau is a data visualization software that is used for data science and business intelligence. It comes with tools that allow one to drill down data and see the impact in a visual format that any individual can easily understand. Tableau also comes with real-time data analytics capabilities and cloud support. Users can create and distribute an interactive and shareable dashboard, which depicts the trends, variations, and density of the data in graphs and charts. The handbook tutorial walks you through the features and functions of Tableau Public, which can also be applied to Tableau Desktop. As you walk through this tutorial, you will create multiple views in a Tableau workbook. Areas covered include data visualization, Tableau architecture and environment setup, Tableau navigation, Tableau data sources, Tableau worksheets, Tableau calculations, Tableau sort and filters, Tableau charts, Tableau parameters, and many more with lots of exercises and downloads. The Product Mindset course is an in-house course created by Robust Digital Expert to bring our candidates to speed with the market. Adopting a product mindset across company disciplines is essential to identify the right vision and executing a strategy that balances the business needs with the needs of the customers. Some of the topics we will cover in the product mindset includes the product mindset. Candidates will be able to discover and define a product. Machine learning. Machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence, AI, focused on building applications that learn from data and improve their accuracy over time without being programmed to do so. User research. User research is used to understand the user's needs, behaviors, experience, and motivations through various qualitative and quantitative methods to solve user problems. Data insight. Like Timebi, you have collected customer data from different mediums during your user research. The data collected is all over the place from other systems, softwares, campaign, etc. At this point, they do not make sense and are not useful. You want the data to be valuable. With data insight, you will make your data useful. User persona. User persona is a fictional representation of your ideal customer. As a user designer, you will start the design process by conducting user research, building empathy with your target users, and identifying precisely what they need from the product you are designing. A persona is generally based on this user research and incorporates your target audience's needs, goals, and observed behavior patterns. Digital transformation. Today, all digital transformation initiatives are being built on the so-called 3D platform technologies and solutions, including mobile, cloud, big data analytics, and social technologies. We will cover all the basics. Customer or client-centric. Companies choose a client-centric approach for several reasons, but the biggest one is that new customers are hard to find. Unless you provide a brand new good or service, most customers evaluate your business against competitors or equivalents. Elevator pitch. An elevator pitch can be used to entice an investor or executive in a company or explain an idea to a founder's parents. The goal is simply to convey the overall concept or topic excitingly. Unlike a sales pitch, there may not be a clear buyer-seller relationship. The product vision box. Candidates will learn about the product vision box and how to apply the methodology. Design thinking process. Design thinking is a non-linear, iterative process that seeks to understand users, challenge assumptions, redefine problems, and create innovative solutions to prototype and test. The method consists of 5 phases: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test, and is most useful when you want to tackle ill-defined or unknown problems. And many more we've not listed.
Mary, a mum of 3, was a business analyst 7 years ago, but has stayed home to support her young children. She wants a fast-track refresher course so she can be ready for work in 3 months' time. Unfortunately, she cannot find a suitable time slot because she does the school runs. Claire is experiencing restructuring and redundancy in her office. She does her research and decides she wants to become a Scrum Master. Going through job sites, she is discouraged, as most of the roles require someone with experience as a business analyst, program manager, or release engineer. Other skills they ask for include being able to advise the product owner, be a servant leader, and have digital skills across multifunctional systems and cross-functional teams. That's where we come in. Robust Digital Expert is one of the leading providers of online digital courses. Having made surveys and carried out our research, we've found out that you're tired of paying high fees for your professional training and personal development. We also know that you need experience across multifaceted skill sets to get shortlisted for a job. As a result, we have created Robust Digital Expert Fast Track online training program. We have included the most sought-after and desirable courses in our Fast Track training webinar. These courses cover critical skills that are essential to succeeding in today's digital job market. Our 9 courses will help you become 1. Business Analyst, 2. Project Manager, 3. Scrum Master, 4. Scrum Product Owner, 5. Product Manager, 6. Program Manager, 7. Digital Marketer, 8. Data Analyst, 9. DevOps Engineer. Our online webinar comes with flexible options in terms of timing. You're free to attend in the morning, evening, and on weekends. Frank says he's worried. He wants to quit his dead-end job but isn't confident because he just hasn't got the digital skills demanded by industry. Frank has nothing to worry about. Robust Digital Expert is a digital cafeteria where we cater for your digital education and where we can impact on your career choices. So, even if you're a novice, a beginner, or even have intermediary skills, Robust Digital Expert will make that difference. We will work with you to become an expert. So, what's holding you back? We have a limited time offer, so log on to www.robustdigitalexpert.com and sign up for our webinar today.
We have reached the end of the tutorial. That's all we have for you today. We hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you. Goodbye.